YouTube, what's going on? It's raining out, so I decided to go get me some potato salad and come on back to the hotel. Cause ain't no sense in me being out in the rain and get on social media. And that's what I decided to do. I wear the mask because I'm hiding a dental flaw that I have. That's why I have the mask on. Okay, it has nothing to do with COVID. I'm hiding something. And matter of fact, I'm beginning to like the look. I really am. I'm beginning to like this look. It's growing on me. Um, and also, man, I sent out a message to Charleston White. Charleston White said Chinese women need to be raped by a big dick black man, and that didn't like Chinese people, and that ruled him out right there. See, that tells you right there he got a little dick. What? Oh boy, what's going on? So, that see, this is the thing that, and I hope he got a good lawyer, cause they're gonna make an example out of him. You can't encourage that kind of physical violence, and they not make an example out of you. This is when you have to, know your rights, man. See, there are times when you can push the envelopes, and then there are times you need to shut up and see what's going on and pay attention. See, now they just passed this Asian hate bill, and he probably ain't even read it. You see, and this is how stupid you are. You post the threat on social media. You post the threat saying you don't care. So you think they ain't gonna make an example out of you? And then you're gonna want some sympathy because you're being made an example out of. And originally you didn't care. You wasn't scared. But now you're a victim. And see, and we got so many people right now, man, that on the sidelines, they ain't scared. But once they get in the game and it ain't going the way they want it to go, or it ain't happening the way they think they're going, then they're a victim. Then they want to cry foul. See, because you done changed your mind. See, and you know what? That's one of the things about success that you cannot do. Man, you can't change your mind about success. Because the minute you change your mind, you're going to have to go get in line and start all over again. See, that's what people don't comprehend and understand. See, the minute you throw the towel in, man, you got to go back to the beginning of the line. And that could be miles down the road. You can be miles ahead of everybody else. And because it ain't going the way you think it should go, or as fast as you think it should go, you throw the towel in. And all you had to do was just hold on. And because you threw the towel in, all them people behind you are now in front of you because you gave up. And one of them behind you might be smart enough to been watching what you doing and come up and say, "Oh, I know how to fix this." See, that's why it ain't good to, even when things ain't working, man, to give up on your ideas. That's why. See, people especially your trolls and your enemies. They are designed to discourage you. Let me say that again. Your trolls, all of the people that be following you online, giving you hell and raising havoc, they are designed to discourage you, to make you second guess yourself, to make you not believe in what you're saying and what you believe in. That's their whole purpose, because they don't believe it. So they trying to make you crack. And let me tell you, the minute you do crack, you'll never live it down. They'll never let you forget it. I don't care what kind of turnaround you have. They always remember when you did this. See, and that's what your enemy sit around you to do, to see what they can get to throw up in your face. That's why they follow you. That's why your enemy is so attentive to what you're doing and how you're doing it, because they looking for something down the road they're gonna be able to use against you. That's their whole purpose. And unfortunately, a lot of us give them ammunition to use against us down the road. We give it to them. You see, so you know, on the one hand, you damn, and on the other hand, if you don't, you're damn. Either way you go, boy, they gonna get you. You know, either way you go, man. Let me tell y'all, I'm not sure. Um, what it is that's coming down the pike. Um, but it's going to be difficult for a lot of people. And especially those that are trying to get it just like that. You're going to have a lot of people that are going to be tempted to take some shortcuts, are going to be tempted to get a quick hit. Man, let me go in here, make this money, and get right out. And it's going to be a trap. See, that's and you know, see, here's the problem with most people with money. They don't have anything to create. They looking for what they can make off somebody else. It ain't about what they can make off themselves. See, if you actually sit down and look at the majority of the millionaires and billionaires, they're making money off of somebody else's idea, somebody else's investment. They make wise investments. That's how they make their money. They don't have to create things. See, their intellectual property is not, their wealth is not being generated by their intellectual property. And see, when you start talking about generating wealth from your intellectual property, man, you talking about all of your ideas. And see, and that's the one thing that people right now discredit is your ideas. What's the first thing people gonna put down? Is your ideas. Those are the first, that's your intellectual property. And see, you have a lot of people that let other people talk them out of their wealthy place because that person couldn't see the vision of your idea. That person couldn't understand the vision of your idea. And because they couldn't understand the vision, you allowed them to talk you out of it. You allowed them to make you second guess it. See, the idea came to you for a reason. This is what a lot of people don't understand. When ideas come to you, they come to you for a reason. And because most folk won't embrace their ideas, they never find out the reason. It could be coming to teach you something. It could even be coming, see, the idea could lead you to your significant other. You don't know. See, you don't know where an idea can lead you. But most folk are afraid to follow their ideas. Most people are afraid, man, to follow their own ideas. They feel safer and secure following somebody else's idea than they do their own. Isn't that crazy? Folk will work just as hard or harder for somebody else than they will for themselves. I mean, and that's just the reality, man. You got folk, man, dedicated to their jobs. But when they come down, if you had to replace them with a job, oh no, man, I can't do that. I need some benefits. Hey, let me tell you something else. See, a lot of people need to start right now making an adjustment with their diet. See, a lot of meat eaters need to start cutting back. See, because when hard times come, you don't send your system into shock. See, when you all of a sudden ain't got nothing, man, that's gonna send your body into a shock. And see, some of y'all need to be weaning yourself off of meat right now, so that, because the inflation is here. If you might not think it, but inflation is here. Hard times are here. And see, people are not used to being creative with their meals. See, they got to, have that full course meal. And you might not can't afford full course. So why don't you start, adapting your body to more vegetables now than the meat? You ain't got to cut it all out, but just start cutting back and getting your body used to more vegetables. Matter of fact, make it like it's a Sunday or whatever day when you get some meat. It's a special occasion. But all of the other times, man, you're conditioning your body See, there are a lot of people, man, they got to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it's gonna come some times, man, where you ain't gonna have breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Now what you gonna do? And see, and let me show you. And they got this stuff fixed up so that the cheapest food is what's killing you. That's the one packed with sodium and sugar. All of the cheap food. It's what ain't healthy for you. See, America, the majority of Americans are addicted to processed foods. Let me say that again. The majority of Americans are addicted to processed foods. What's processed foods, True Conductor? McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Pizza Hut. Those are processed foods, man. Subway. Oh, I got to mention Subway. All of that's processed foods, man. That stuff ain't good for you. And they're deeming it as healthy. They deem it as that's the way you go, and it's killing you. But see, because of tradition, people just say, oh, that's just because they say plant based, don't mean it's healthy. Look at the sodium content of it. And a lot of y'all worried about your high blood pressure. And you running around here eating all these salt and vinegar potato chips. And the barbecue and all these other flavors. The honey smoke. Packed with sodium. And you think you're healthy. See, and that's what, and this is what I'm trying to tell you, man, when you be honest with yourself. See, then you'll be accountable. A lot of people eating tofu. Like tofu is healthy. Tofu is a processed food. Tofu ain't healthy for you. And look how many people that think tofu is healthy, because it ain't meat. And it's a processed food. See, your body is designed, man, to heal itself. And it is especially designed to be able to heal itself by what you eat, what you consume. And what's the one thing we don't want to be accountable for? It's what we eat. And it's sad, man, that hard times have to force people to eat healthy. And that's sad. Hard times is what forces people to start eating healthy. When they got it going on, man, when everything is clicking, shoot, they eating what they want to eat, how they want to eat, when they want to eat, what they want to eat, when times are good. See, a lot of y'all don't even try to eat when times is good, like times are bad. I was just thinking about that today, man. You know, avocado toast is one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites. I can eat that breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Avocado toast. That's one of my favorites. And I'm saying, man, when you get some money, are you still going to be just doing your avocado toast? When you get some money and you can go anywhere you want in the world? Are you still just going to do, if you want some oatmeal, get you some oatmeal, and chop you up some garlic. Man, let me tell you something that's real interesting. That's got a real interesting taste to it. One day you cook some oatmeal, man, chop up you about 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, fresh garlic, and put it in your oatmeal. Boy, it has a, and when you add the butter and sugar to it, man, it has a real interesting flavor to it. And I mean, I'm talking about it really brings a whole different kind of flavor. I'm doing fine, Luna. It really brings a whole garlic. If you take some fresh garlic and add to your oatmeal that you cook, man, it brings a whole different flavor to your oatmeal. I mean, really, it does. Really, a really whole different flavor. And see, that's one of the things that when you ain't got money, it's when you have to be as creative as you possibly can when you ain't got money. See, you still can eat healthy when you ain't got money. It just you have to train your appetite. You have to train your taste buds. See some things that didn't taste good to you. You got to start being creative, man. And you think I'm lying? Listen, the next time you go and you buy a pack of oodles and noodles, turn that thing over and look and see how much sodium is in it. Just turn it over. And I guarantee you, you're going to have from 900 to 1,000 milligrams of sodium in that or more in that oodles and noodles, man. That's a lot of salt. That's a lot of salt that you are getting into your system. Look, and like I said, some of these these plant-based burgers, man, look at the sodium in those things, man. Not only is it processed food, but it's packed with sodium. So that's two things that's gonna kill you. It's processed and it's packed with sodium. But see, in order for your diet to be important to you, you're gonna have to be important to yourself. See, before your diet can be important to you, you're gonna have to be important to you, man. You're gonna have to care about you. You're gonna have to watch what you eat. And a lot of people don't want to be accountable, man. They want to be able to eat what they can, when they can, how they can, and as much as they can. You know, you'd be surprised, man, how many people come home, eat a meal, and first thing they do is go jump in the bed on a full stomach and wondering why they having breathing problems. Because you're trying to go to sleep on a full stomach and your body is trying to digest what you done ate. Look at the stress you putting on it. You trying to make it rest, and it's trying to digest all of the shit you done dumped in it. And it can't rest. Because it's too busy trying to process what you done put in it. And your lazy fat ass just lay down. That's all you do. You eat and got that next thing you know, bam, you going off to sleep. See, and here again, man, you're gonna have to be accountable for yourself. You can't blame nobody else. And that's one of the things that when you're talking about being an entrepreneur, man, one of the main things you stay on top of is your health as an entrepreneur. That's one of the main things. See, because 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna have the medical to be able to go to the hospital like you would if you had a job. So you have to make do, man. You got to take care of yourself. See, you have to be on top of yourself. When you ain't got, you can't come out and do everything Tom, Dick, and Harry do. When you ain't got, you got to be responsible. And that's how you do it, because see, you got to realize, man, when most of us as entrepreneurs would probably sole proprietors, so, which means we got to make it, we got to find it, we got to make it, and we got to work it. See, we doing everything as a sole proprietor. And that takes a toll on you, man. That when you're doing everything, that takes a toll on you. See, you can't do everything. And you got some people out here trying to do everything. And they don't want to grow. See, I told you, there's another black tour company in DC, and he been in business longer than me. And it's still just him. I've never seen him with a tour guide. Never seen him with a tour guide. All of his tours he do on his own. And he grumpy. Cause he gotta do everything by himself. Man, I'm trying to grow some things, man. I wanna help some young kids. See, I want to create some franchises. That's what I want to do. A young kid come to me, say, True Conductor, man, I want to go out on my own. I want a franchise, man. I give you a van. Just give me 25% of your business. That's all. That's all I want. Give me 25, cause I know what it's like to start. See, this is one of the mistakes people make by not wanting to go through some stuff. Because, see, they don't experience it firsthand. See, I can tell somebody about being homeless in a hotel. Okay? I can tell somebody about that. See, I can talk about that. I can talk about the struggles. I can talk about the fear. I can talk about the anxiety when you don't have enough money to pay for your room. See, I can talk about them things, man, cause I've been there. See, but most folk, when they have to talk about it, see, they tell you what somebody else experienced and what somebody else went through, because it's not on their life. See, and you're going to have a lot of people out here that's going to call themselves life coaches. And a lot of the stuff they're going to be talking about ain't going to be on their life. Okay? Ain't going to be on their life, man. They're going to tell you about what's on somebody else's life, how somebody else did it, what somebody else said. See, they can't never use themselves as an example. And you falling for that. See, you letting them get by with that. And that's the kind of stuff, that's what's keeping us divided. Because we got so many people out in front of us faking. like they experts on some stuff, and them jokers learning as they go. But they had a presentation that was slick enough to get past you. See, and that's how deceit. That's how the enemy is keeping us divided. Because they got some people that's just slick enough to tell a story that what's going on, Robert? They got them just slick enough where they can tell a story and they can tap into your emotions and they can get by. See, that's what's happening with us right now. And notice when them jokers get discovered, it takes forever for them to get caught. Okay? It takes forever. When you get discovered, man, they catch you right away. But them other jokers, man, it takes forever for them to get caught. See, and you be sitting back and say, man, if that was me, shit, they'd have been on my ass just like that, boy. You know, I wouldn't even get a chance to get out the blocks. See, but again, see, let me tell y'all, listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. Even when you're going through some stuff, man, stay as close to your integrity as you possibly can. Everybody gonna tell a lie about something at one time or another. I mean, let's be real. Everybody gonna lie about something at one time or another. But see, it's that chronic liar that is the problem. I don't care who you are. You're going to lie about something. You're going to lie about something. Okay? So stop acting like you surprised when a person because everybody you're going to lie about something. That's just a part of nature. Okay? But the one that you need to be watching is the chronic liar. That's the one you need to be paying attention to. That joker that might, once in a blue moon tell you a lie, he ain't your problem. That one, every time you turn around, is lying about something, that's your problem. And see, and here's the thing with a liar. Once a liar tap into the source, man, they wear it out. They don't let up. Once they tap into them emotions, okay, they don't let up. But see, Luna said, why lie? The truth will come out. Because they trying to get what they want. And unfortunately, a lie will get people what they want quicker than the truth. That's the sad part. See, right now, a lie will get you what you want quicker than the truth. Okay, and this is what people see working. That's what they doing. When they see lying will get them the results they want quicker than telling the truth, man, they lying. They cheating. They deceiving. Because that's what they see working. They don't see the truth working, man. They don't see honesty working. They don't see integrity working. They don't see none of that. Thank you, sir. Okay? They don't see none of that. See, all they see is deceit and deception working. That's all they show them. Look at how many people that's done lost their livelihoods with this bank closure. Somebody should go to jail behind that. Well, and nobody probably won't. And people have lost their livelihoods, man, all over the world with this bank closure. Because, they were good at deception. They presented an image that wasn't, and people bought it. See, and that's and unfortunately, that's what people are buying now. Man, you get in the right image. I saw when I went down to the White House today. Oh Lord. Let's see what's going on. What's happening?
Go live so we can have a conversation.
You late. I'm already live.
Right now.
I'm already live.
I'll comment.
I'm already live. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you, man. This what I'm trying to tell you. See, you got some folk that I'm not gonna even go through that. I don't even want to deal with that today. I don't even want to deal with that. So let me do this. I don't even want to deal with that today. I ain't trying to deal with that. Cause that just gonna throw me off. Put my airplane mode on. There we go. I don't feel like dealing with that. See, but a lot of times before you react to what you're going through or what's happening to you, take a step back, man, and look at where you are. Look at where you are. Take a step back. See, because the closer you get to the door of success, the more adversity is going to attack your life. That's adversity guards the door to success. If success was so easy, how come everybody ain't in it? Think about that, man. If success was so easy, why we got so much poverty in the world? Why we got so much crime in the world? If success was so easy. And look at what people will do just to experience what they call success. Some folk will sell their soul, man. Some folks sell their bodies just for some success. See, because they've been conditioned. This is success. You got this. See, don't nobody teach them about the expenses that come with this. They just show them, if you got money, you successful. And see, and that money is gonna bring expenses. You don't think for 1 minute you come into a whole lot of money, it ain't gonna bring some expenses with it? I mean, look at the taxes you're gonna have to pay if you come into a whole lot of money. See, you got to be responsible for that expense. And you got a lot of folk that don't want to be responsible for the expenses that come. They want to enjoy the perks. They said other people will do, right now, people are doing any and everything they can to stay afloat. My problem is I have an idea, but my setback is I don't have the money to fund it. But it would be a very profitable idea if I could get it done. Um, see, there are hundreds of thousands of people like yourself. And most of y'all are afraid to take a step to your idea because of the very thing he just said. I ain't got no money. But I bet you he ain't even got the domain name for his idea. I bet you he ain't even bought the domain name for his idea. I bet you. Okay? Yeah, man. You know what? Yeah, why not, Rob? Here, let me hold on a second. Let me take this airplane mode off. Yeah, why not, man? Yeah, why not call? Yeah, call. Cause here's a man that this is what he does. So you can listen to him, and you ain't got to take it from me because this is what he do. Okay, so yeah, Rob, call in, man. That's what he do. Okay, but see, just like Porky and Raheem. All right. I bet you ain't got the domain name to your idea. Bet you, man. One day I was really depressed, and I went and sat in the park where me and my wife used to sit and talk. And all I heard was Truth Conductor. And I was like, whoa. I mean, I'm sitting in my car when I heard just Truth Conductor. I was like, whoa. Whoa. Because everybody would be telling me, man, you look like a conductor. You work for Amtrak. Then I heard Truth Conductor. And I was like, wow. First thing I did was, man, I picked up my phone. I said, let me see if that domain name is available. And it was available. And I bought it. See, when you got an idea, first thing you want to do is secure that domain name before you spend one dime trying to advance that idea. Man, you better get that domain name. See, and if that domain name is there for you, 9 times out of 10, that idea is for you. And see, when an idea come to me, first thing I do is see if the domain name is available. If the domain name ain't available, I dismiss that. That ain't for me. That's how I pick my ideas. If the domain name is available, well, see, that's what I'm saying. You ain't purchased. I told you, you ain't purchased the domain name. You ain't purchased it. See, that's what I'm saying. Like back when, back in, see, my man, you talking about a domain name is probably $20 a year, depending on, or less than that, depending on who you buy it from. It's less than that. And you know, that's more than that joint you be smoking. You pay that much for that joint you smoking. Or that Starbucks coffee you drinking. See, you can sacrifice to get your domain name, but you ain't got to have a whole bunch of money to secure your domain name. And it's just that simple. See, because once you get the domain name, it's yours. See, when you purchase that domain name, that's your stake in the ground. This is when I came up with this idea. See, now, let me show you something. See, you got an idea, and you ain't done nothing with it. That idea you got could go to somebody else, and they can start working that idea. Okay? And you can turn around and say, wait a minute, that's my idea. You ain't got no proof. You ain't got no proof. See, I can show you when I embraced Truth Conductor, man, I bought the domain name. See, so down the road, if somebody come up and said, no, I'm the Truth Conductor, really? When did you buy your domain name? So that's how we'll determine whose idea it is. All right, when did you purchase your domain name? And let me show you something, man. See, these are some little simple things that people take for granted. That's why every post I make, I put hashtag Truth Conductor, because that's going to go into Google. See, that's going into Google. How you think all them pictures? Man. All you got to do is Google domain name, register domain name, and find out the cheapest one you can afford. It's just that simple. How do I register domain name? Everybody gonna pop up. Everybody gonna pop up. You pick the one that you got. But see, listen to me, y'all. When you purchase your domain name, is your proof of when you came up with the idea. That's all that is. When you purchase your domain name, that's proof when you came up with the idea. So if there's ever a dispute, let's go to the tape and see when somebody started documenting that idea. You see, I can go back to 2020 when I purchased the domain Truth Conductor. And let me show you. Let me show you. I can show you better than I can tell you. Let me show you something. Y'all see all these images? Look at all these images. You see all these different images right here? This is on Google. This is on Google right here. Okay? Because I tag my stuff to get it in to Google. That's how you get it in. You tag it. Hashtag it. You see? And so if you tell me I'm the original Truth Conductor, well, let's go back and Google. Let's see when you started posting and when I started posting. See, that's how you protect yourself, man. A lot of folk be worrying about money, man. There are 100 million other ways that you can protect your ideas. If you ain't got money to go and get a trademark, you still can protect your ideas. You see, and most folk are afraid because the first thing they're gonna say, I ain't got no money. So why you gonna let not having money stop you from processing the idea? You think if I had the fear, I ain't got no money to produce this, that it's gonna stop me from even putting it on paper? And you got folk that the idea that they don't have money won't even put their idea on paper because they ain't got no money. They won't even put their idea on paper. So it can start talking to them. See, when an idea is for you, that joint gonna talk to you. Let me say that again. When an idea is for you, man, that joint gonna talk to you. It'll start telling you. It'll start showing you. And see, here's the thing about ideas. Ideas always come in a finished form. When the idea come to you, it don't show you where the hazards are. It don't show you where the roadblocks are. It don't show you where the detours are. It only shows you, man, if you embrace me, look how much money you gonna make. See, go back to Porky Raheem. Let me show you what he said. Let me show you what he said. What did he say? He can't make up here. My problem is I did, but my setback is I don't have the money to fund it because it would be a very profitable idea if I could get it done. See, that's how ideas come to you. That's how ideas come to you. Idea gonna come to you and say, man, if you brace me, look how much money you can make. Look how rich I'm gonna make you if you embrace me. That's what an idea come. And most folk embrace an idea from a storefront perspective. See, they don't embrace it that, man, I might have to start cooking in my kitchen to get here. You know, this idea might have to start in my kitchen. No, they want to start out in the storefront. Ain't work no kinks out. Ain't established no contacts. See, here's what I learned about pursuing my ideas. When you start pursuing ideas, man, you're going to develop a Rolodex. You're going to develop contacts. See, you can't dismiss the people that, when you start pursuing your ideas, that you come in contact with. And just because that idea don't work today, see, you can come up with another idea and can hit the ground running because you know where to go. See, that's what an idea gonna show you. The people that you need to contact. See, where you need to go. Who can do what. So when the right idea comes, you ain't got to look for that stuff. See, most folk gonna have to look for that. But because you have been pursuing your ideas. See, I keep telling y'all, it ain't who you know. It's who knows you. That's what makes the world go round. It ain't who you know. It's who knows you. You know a lot of people that don't know you. See, that's why they call it clout chasing. Because people are trying to get known. And notice, our community is the only one got a problem with somebody coming out trying to get known, doing it the right way. See, then you clout chasing. But if you get out here as a dope boy or to do something stupid or commit a crime, see, now you got street cred. That's how twisted and backwards we are. So the first thing I would tell you, man, if you got an idea, put your stake in the ground with a domain name. Establish, man, this is when I conceived it, right here. That's what you're doing. See, cause if you don't, and yeah. Oh. I ain't surprised. I'm not surprised. Y'all, we ain't seen, we haven't seen the half of the fallout from this bank closure. See, we fighting each other, so we ain't paying attention to that. You got so many people fighting right now. They ain't even paying attention to it. Man, the second biggest bank closure just happened. Cause they fighting the Dems or the Republicans or the left and the right. See, look at the stuff going on around us, and we still fighting each other. And you got people can't pay payroll, man. You got people that's done work that can't even get their money. What you think they gonna do? Who they gonna fall back on? See, and a lot of these are middle class people we talking about. We ain't talking about the poor. We talking about some 6-figure folk that don't know where their next meal coming from. And they making over 6 figures. And now their shit is gone. How you think they feel? They ain't no better right now than the person that's in the hood. Cause they ain't got shit either. And the expenses still going. See, this is what we don't talk about. See, all of these folk that done lost this money, man, them expenses they still going. Their expenses are still going. Their expenses don't stop. They still got to eat. They still got to buy gas. Shit, they still got to go to the store, do all of that stuff. But now the money done dried up. What do you do? Who do you turn to? Think about that for a minute. I mean, think about that. Okay? Think about that. You don't have a paycheck coming in. Your bank account is already in the red because you're using your overdraft. And you're dependent on the money coming in to cover your overdraft so you can start using it again. You screwed. You are screwed. Because where you going to get some money from? Where you going to get some money from? See, so now you got to make a decision. How am I going to eat? How am I going to pay my bills? Am I going to get out here and do it the right way? Or am I going to take a shortcut and do it the wrong way? And see, and right now, you're going to have a lot of people taking shortcuts, man, trying to cover the expenses. Some of them going to get away with it, and some of them ain't. It's just that simple. Some gonna get away, some ain't. Some gonna lose everything, some ain't. And the sad thing about it, these people don't know nothing about suffering. They don't know what it's like to go through hard times because they done had it so good. They can't tell you what it's like to miss a meal because they done had it so good. So yeah. I told you call in, man. I don't know what you said. I told you to call in. Yeah, I told you to call in. Yeah, any help, any help I can get to try to help people, man. Because you see, here's the thing: we're gonna have to stop depending on the government for everything. Let me say that again. See, we're gonna have to stop depending on the government for everything. We're gonna have to do this on our own. See that one. Wrong one. Can y'all still hear me? I hope he ain't mess up my feed. Can y'all can, I hope he didn't mess up. Can y'all still hear me? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. All right. All right, hold on. Can y'all still hear me? I hope he didn't mess up. Can y'all still hear me? Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
Good
Rob.
morning, Don.
Yeah.
Good morning, Don.
Hey, how you doing, Rob?
Hey,
I'm
I'm
trying.
doing.
Let me say. Hold on a second. Can you? Okay, you can still hear me. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. This is great, and we did the same thing yesterday. Hey, I want to say hi to Pork and say hi to Luna and all of my good friends, especially to you, Don. I hope you had a good night last night. It was a great Sabbath day. I hear you in here talking today about businesses. And guys, I teach people about business. This is what I do. So if you go to, just go to robertpaizola.com, which is my name, you'll be able to see videos and all kind of stuff, the stuff we do, and I'll help you. But let me just, if you guys got a pen, or if you want to record this is something that these are the top 25 steps to start a business. So many of you right now are in a position of, wow, Rob, I'm in a 9 to 5, and I want something different. Anybody feel like that, where they're feeling like, I just want something different in my life? Yeah. Hey, what's up, Bert? Yeah, what's up, Shock? That's it. So what we have to do is realize a couple things. And I want you guys to take notes, because this is exactly as if I was being a coach for you, okay? So I want you to listen to what I'm saying. The biggest thing we have to do is we have to realize that we are accountable for the things that we do in our life. In other words, if we want to eat, we're accountable to be able to figure out how to eat. If we want to go to work, we're accountable to find a place to work, and we have to make sure that we take care of the basics first. So let me be very clear. If you have a job and you're right now making what you need, the basics just to survive, then you're okay. If you want to go to the next level and do something with a business, you must be able to cover your basics first. Do you guys follow that? Just put a 1 in the chat if you do. Do you understand that we're not going to quit our job unless we have the basics first? Because, okay, Shock, I see you there. Because everybody talks about starting a business, right? Everybody talks about having a business, but then they don't realize that if you just kind of quit your job and say, oh, well, I'm going to do something else, it might not work as easy as that way. So let me just ask the first thing. Out of the people in the room right now, how many people in here actually have a job they're actually bringing in the money to let you cover your basics? Food, shelter, maybe a car, maybe some gas.
So Rob, can I ask you a question?
You bet, Don.
Okay. So if you still working the job, does that interfere with the time that if you just say, I'm gonna dedicate, I'm gonna take a leap, and because the 8 hours I'm putting on, you only got so many hours in a day.
That is correct.
You see what I'm saying? So if you putting 8 hours on a job, then if you're gonna put another 3-4 hours into what you're doing, that's like a 12-hour day.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So if you take a leap of faith, what about them people that say, you know what, I'm gonna take a leap of faith, and I'm gonna just get out here, and since I'm putting the time in on the job, I'm gonna put that same time in for myself that I'm putting on the job.
So that's a great question, and here's your answer.
Okay.
Don, here's your answer, and I want everybody to write this down, okay? Do I have currently the ability to sustain myself? So in other words, let's just say we're talking about Don. Don is a one-man band. Can he take care of himself? Well, that's a lot different than saying, Rob, it's me and my wife and 3 kids. Would you ever make that risk, Don? Take that risk if you had you and a wife and 3 kids?
But
Would you ever?
but for me,
'Cause I know where
yes.
you're going. I'm
And,
saying,
let me tell you why I would say yes. Because that would be, see, when I take away the safety net, not having the safety net is my motivation.
okay. You know what's funny?
Okay?
You won't believe it.
See,
You won't
that
believe
job is my safety
Don,
net.
You know what? You know what, Don? I understand that because I'm the same way. I'm exactly the same way. I thrive on the negativity to be able to push me forward, to excel. So the stress of making it is what makes me go. Does that make sense, Don?
That's exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So if I had a job, if I just had a regular job, right, making $20 an hour, I probably wouldn't have the incentive to go home and then put another 8 hours in after my shift. Would
Right.
you agree with that?
Right.
Okay. So there are certain people who then say, you know what, I'm working here at this job, I'm making $20 an hour, and they ask themselves and they say, what if I were to take that exact same time that I'm working for this company? And obviously, we all know after this weekend, what we've seen on the news, we're just disposable numbers when it comes to companies, guys. Big number. We're just numbers. They're not looking out for you, and there is no 30-year retirement watch. I hope you guys get that. Okay?
Wow.
So, then if you take that 8 hours and you devote 8 hours, just like Don, what does he do? He gets up in the morning, has some breakfast, puts some that hot shit on your food, and make your sinuses go crazy, and then you start your shirt, and then you get in the car and you go down. Okay, see, that takes somebody like me, a coach, or somebody who is extremely effective at managing their time. Because a lot of times people, Don, will say, I'm just going to stay in bed today. I don't want to do this, man. You know what? If you have that tenacity in you and you have that ability to do that and to put those 8 hours in, then you know what? You're the answer to you, sir, would be absolutely go for it, right? Because what you're doing is, what is your risk? This is the question. So if you were to get a job, it'd be $20 an hour times 8 hours. What's 20 times 8? $160. 2 times 8, 16, right? 160. Is that right? So you have to ask yourself this question. Am I willing to risk every single day $160 for my dream? $160 is all you're risking.
Well,
$160.
no.
I'm
See,
sorry.
because you got to count the benefits. Because the
Well,
reason.
I know, but I'm not talking about somebody that works at like Lowe's or Home Depot. Somebody that might be on this broadcast right now, Don.
Okay, no, but what I'm saying is,
with what you're talking about, if you work for the government or something and have medical and all that, that's all different, man. You might be making a lot.
but most folk take a job anyway for benefits, regardless of what it's paying. They doing it for the benefits. Cause 9 times out of 10, they ain't got nothing.
You're right.
So whatever little bit they can get, that's why they taking these low paying jobs, cause it's giving them something, and cause they had nothing.
But you do understand, my friend, that companies are not paying benefits like they used to, right?
I ain't been in the job market in a minute.
Yeah. Well, it's not like you're going to go to Home Depot and get a job and then they're going to say,
I ain't been in the job market for a minute, so
yeah.
I ain't sure. But
So let's just make it simple. Let's just keep it simple. Forget about the amount of money. Let's just say, are you willing to dedicate? And I had to ask myself this question because my coach, who when I was doing this with Trump, they asked me the same thing. Are you willing to dedicate the time that you're dedicating to a company to yourself? Write that down, guys. Are you willing to dedicate the time that you would give another company or give somebody else to yourself?
and let's talk about that.
That's pretty powerful.
Let's talk about that, Rob. Because when you make that kind of a dedication to yourself, you truly have to believe in yourself.
Oh man.
Man, not only do you believe in yourself, but you believe in what you're doing. When you make that kind of commitment, you ain't joking around because you're serious.
I think you said it best, Don. There is no safety net the way we're talking.
And this is what this is this is the main drawback to stop people from being entrepreneurs is the fact that if they step out there on their own, they ain't got no safety net. With a job, they got a safety net. See, if you lose your job,
Let's take a look at what Fortin just put in the chat. Are you willing to give up the time that you would give to a company and turn it around and give it to yourself for the belief that you're going to do better? Do you believe enough in yourself? Are you willing to do that? And if you can say yes, but it's not just saying yes just for the simple fact that Rob, that your mentor, wants to hear you say yes. It's all about tomorrow morning when you wake up. What are you going to do when you wake up and you say, man, I don't have to be at the place I work and I have to clock in. Man, I can just stay in bed. I can just watch some TV. I can watch a football game. I can just, see what happens. How many people have the ability to self-monitor themselves and self-believe that they need to use those 8 hours? Because I'll tell you what, Don, if people had the ability to go out and work those 8 hours for themselves, you'd find a hell of a lot more people out there working their butts off for themselves, whether it's hauling, whether it's being a handyman, whether it's being a tour guide, no matter whatever it is. They're going for their dreams, right?
right? And you know what? You just and see. That's another thing. Your idea. What need is it filling? I mean, think about that. What need is your idea filling? Because if your idea is not filling a need,
right,
it comes from selfishness.
And that's going to be the 25 steps I'm going to tell you about how to start a business. You have to have a reason, and you have to have fulfill a need. Don used to have T-shirts, and those T-shirts he sold, and he made money off of them. Why did he do that? Because he was making a T-shirt. I heard him on here one day. He's like, "That's an amazing T-shirt idea, Rob." And you know what? He might do that because you can double your money on doing a T-shirt.
Right. And see, and listen. So, True Conductor. How do I pick out a need? Find something ain't nobody doing. It's just that simple. You see, a lot of us, when we look for ideas, we be looking all over the place. Man, you start looking for ideas, look for things ain't nobody doing. You passionate about something. Look for something ain't nobody doing in your passion.
So let me ask you a question, Don. There's a piece of paper that you have probably right by your computer. Yesterday you read it, and it was exactly what you're going to do. It was your statement. It was like your I am list.
Right.
Let's have you read that to everybody, guys. I want you to listen carefully as Don reads this, because this is every day he gets up to look at this list, and these
see, and tell them, see, March the 7th was a new moon.
Hold on, Fuzzy Slippers. The idea maker's been marked out. What does that mean, Don?
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, so let's all listen to what Don does. He went out and he took it to the next step. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna write down what I get to do. Ooh, that's kind of cool. So why don't we teach him? Why don't we talk to him about goals and visions of what we're going to do. I will have the biggest da-da-da. Remember that yesterday?
Right. See, so there was a full moon. See, we just coming into spring. There was a full moon March the 7th. So what I did was I said, you know what? Let me write down some visions that I have. Because now I've now discovered that I can have what I say. So let me start making some confessions over some things. And these are the 7 confessions that I wrote down. Number 1, I have more money than I'll ever need. See, I got to confess that even when I'm broke. Even when I can't pay for my hotel room, I still got to confess, man, I have more money than I'll ever need. See, you just can't confess that when you have the money. You got to start confessing that before the money comes. Everything that I'm talking about, I have to believe before it comes. Okay? All right? Number 2, I walk in divine health and I walk in divine wealth. See, it's not only to have money, but I also want to be wealthy. And with my wealth, I want to have good health. That's what I want.
Wow.
Okay? Now, number 3, my wife is the best sex I've ever had. Man, I ain't seen my wife in 4 years. We've been married 4 years. 3 months into our marriage, she went back to the Philippines and we got separated by the pandemic. See, so if I can have what I say, man, my wife is the best sex I ever had. How come I can't speak that over my wife if I can have what I say? Think about that. See, you got a lot of people out here, especially a lot of men, that are looking at other women for what they want when they can't speak over the woman they have. They won't speak over her what they want. They got to go out and look for it in somebody else when they can speak over her and give it to her. Okay? I have a fleet of tour buses and vans. I'll launch my dinnerware line this year. I will launch my hop-on, hop-off shuttle this year. And I will launch my True Conductor brand this year. And you got to mean that, man. And listen, and I'm living in a hotel. And I'm bold enough to say, man, I'm gonna do this year. I'm gonna do it this year. See, because the one thing that you cannot do, see, you can't let your circumstance dictate your passion. Let me say that again. See, you can't let your circumstance dictate your passion. See, if you can't be passionate when you're in a hotel room, then you're faking it. See, you're supposed to be just as passionate if you're in a hotel room as you are in a house. Shouldn't be no difference. You see, shouldn't be no difference. And that's what the struggle is for people. Because this is supposed to be embarrassment. See, this is supposed to be humiliating. And God said he can take your stumbling blocks and make them your stepping stones. And the only way they're going to become your stepping stone, man, is when you look over what you're going through and keep your eyes on what you want.
Wow.
That's
So that sounds to me like you're absolutely driven. You know where you want to go, not want to, but where you will end up because you're already manifesting it. And no one has to remind you every day when you wake up, Don, what you need to do to make those things happen.
But
The only
see,
thing I would suggest is this. Each one of those issues are things that have steps, because there's nothing magical in life where we can wave a magic wand and all of a sudden a fleet of cars show up, right?
right.
So my suggestion would be take each one of those and say, okay, what are the steps and what's the timeline? So you have to quantify everything. Everything we do has to have a way to monetize, or a way to figure out, am I on track? So for each one of those, give yourself steps. In the next 30 days, I want this. I need to do this. Well, how am I going to get there? So each one of those things you said, bam, you're going to write down exactly the things that are going to lead you right up to that. And you're going to incorporate that into your day. Imagine how easy that would be. So you've got your idea, your overall idea. Then you go substep 1, 2, 3. Those are the things I'm going to do. Next thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then every day you know exactly what it is. And then I have my clients get some, those magic markers they use for those eraser boards?
Right.
We write it on the mirror in the bathroom, right? And guess what? Every day you see it. It's kind of like if you're trying to lose weight. You kind of track it in the bathroom so you know exactly where you're at all the time. It's always in front of you. You always know where you're going. You're always keeping things up, keeping things in front of you. Because sometimes, guys, we get down and it gets difficult. And we don't want to do those steps. So we don't want to go out and work hard to make things happen. And, we just don't want to.
And you know what? And see, let's talk about that. Because you're going to have some bad days.
Yes, sir.
You're going to have some really bad days. You're going to have some really bad days. When you're going through this, man, you're going to get your butt kicked. And you're going to have to take that butt kicking. And you're going to have to go home and do what you do and just get over it. See, there are days, man, you're going to even feel like you're going to quit. It's going to be so tough. You're going to have them days. Just don't wallow in them. Don't start feeling sorry for yourself. Don't take it personal. It's the process you're going through. Don't take it personal. And see, a lot of people want to take bad days as something personal that's happening to them, that they're the only ones that's going through this. And you ain't the only one.
The good news is, my friends, is you're hearing what Don's saying, because he's saying, you know what, this is not what may happen, this is what will happen. You will have some bad days. The question is, you've already decided up front what you're going to do. So take your magic marker and write on your mirror, I will follow my schedule, and I will do whatever it takes to, meet my goals for the day. See, you know your own weaknesses. We all know our own weaknesses. Think about this, guys. I've already coached you. Guess what? I'm going to say something really interesting. You guys got to think about this. Everything I would talk to you about, everything I would teach you, you know what? You already know the answers. You already have the answers inside of you. All I'm doing is I'm asking a lot of questions and working on your mind to help you, not to help you, I don't like help, to assist you to just bring it to the forefront to be able to figure out what it is. Because you already know the answers. You already know how to do this, right? True or false, Don?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's that simple, guys. Wow.
And he said something that I think we should not just gloss over. Everybody got weaknesses. Man, when you honest with yourself, see, you ain't gonna play with your weaknesses. What do you mean, true conductor? See, if you're the kind of guy that like big boobs and a big ass and a pretty face, that's your weakness. Why would you hang around somebody that got your weakness? Think about that for a minute. If that's your weakness, why would you hang around that?
Well, I certainly don't think it would help you.
You see what I'm saying? If clubbing is your weakness,
oh my,
why would you hang around with that?
yeah.
You see, and this is why I be trying tell you, you can't have your cake and eat it too. And unfortunately, you have a lot of people that get on this road and they want to have their cake and eat it too. They don't want to sacrifice nothing. They don't want to give nothing up. You see, and when you got a weakness for something, you're gonna have to give that up. You got to give it up, or you're not gonna make it. It's just that simple. If you don't give it up, it's gonna stop you. It's gonna hinder you.
So I think what Don's saying right now is he's saying, you know what, guys, you're gonna have days when you wake up and you don't know, man, you just don't want to do it. It's gonna happen, period.
It's gonna happen.
But the good thing is, right now we're talking about it. So because we're talking about it, you're already manifesting the fact of how it's going to be resolved. So when it shows up, you're not like, oh God, I don't know how to handle this. Well, we're already showing you exactly what's inside you to overcome it.
And sometimes, and sometimes, man, you just gonna have to go home and get in your bed and call it a day.
You know what's interesting about that, Don? As I got older, I never used to do this as when I was younger. But now, when there are big things in my life I have to think about, I use the 24-hour rule. What that means is, man, I go home. Before I say I have a client, and we need to do something. Well, I go home and I think about it. Everything before I jump, I go 24 hours and I look at all the positives and negatives. And I talk to my mom and my sister and people like that. I don't just snap anymore. I don't just snap and make things happen. I wait 24 hours, right? And even on client issues, when I'm having to make decisions regarding people's businesses and hundreds of employees that might not get paid tomorrow if I make the wrong one, right? I take 24 hours and I think about it and I look at all the positives and minuses and I actually write them all down. I think that's what Don's talking about.
Well, I tell you one thing, and let me say this. All of this stuff we talking about, some of y'all gonna have to learn it through trial and error. You're gonna have to actually do it to see what we talking about.
Now, Don, let me say this. I am kind of worried a little bit because when we asked the first question, and you know what, guys, I will tell you, yesterday's show was replayed. It was the highest replays we've had for a long, long time between when we syndicated it and whenever Don put it up. So we had a lot of people listening to that yesterday. There'll be a lot of people listening today also, okay? And you have to ask yourself, what am I willing to do to create the reality that I want and I deserve for myself and my family? And I asked you guys a question. I said, anybody in the room who right now has a job that's able to make their rent, pay their bills, and I didn't see one person say that they actually had that. Am I correct? Is there nobody in here that has a job that is doing okay right now? Because if not, then we need to start on a whole different level. We need to get you motivated, to get you out of bed, get you to find the job. Anybody here, anybody in the room, to our listeners around the world.
Not only not have a job, but what's that talent in you that you've been overlooking?
There you go. The desire.
You see, there are some people listening to me right now that can clean their asses off. That can clean their asses off. And
what does that mean?
What? They can clean it?
Yeah.
They make a house sparkle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, they know how to make a house sparkle. And they working a job. They ain't got their own cleaning business. And they can make a house sparkle. And they working a job.
Well, there's pork. I work at Wendy's.
Okay? I mean, seriously, there's some people right now that can cook their asses off.
Right.
And the only reason they don't cook is because they ain't got a restaurant. They refuse to start in their kitchen. And see, and let me tell you something. See, it's starting small. It's where you work all the kinks out. See, starting small. It's where you work all the kinks out. All right? That's what you want to do. You want to work all the kinks out when you're small. So when you start growing and you getting big, see, you ain't got that headache. You ain't got that delay because you ain't worked the kinks out. See, that's what you want to do, man. Get that thing running smooth as oil. So,
So
so
let's ask this question, Truth Conductor.
okay.
You are the Truth Conductor, and people are in the room right now, and it sounds to me like a lot of them, except for Mr. Pork, of course, he has a job, and it works for him, and it pays his bills. But what are we going to say to help the people to get out of bed and actually have? Thank you, no problem, Pork. To help people get out of bed and start that movement towards success, which may be just applying for a job, maybe going out and looking for something. Maybe that's our issue. Maybe Don, there's a lot of people that are listening that just don't have the understanding of what you need to do to go out and do that. Or
Well, see, this is the thing. This is the thing that I always want you to keep in mind when you are going looking for a job. You're going to deal with some rejection when you're going looking for a job. And especially if it's something that you want and you get rejected. And 9 times out of 10, you're already sensitive because you're going through some stuff. So what I'm trying to say is, since you're already sensitive, stay away from that rejection. Count on you. See, you'll be surprised at how many people that are afraid to go all in on themselves. They'll go all in for somebody else before they go all in on themselves.
wow, yep. So it sounds to me, Don, like what you're saying is that if you're going to go all in on yourself. But now let's ask, what are we going to do when we go all in?
So the question is, what are you passionate about?
There you go. That's perfect.
See, folk be like, well, where do I start? How do I know? What are you passionate about? What are you good at? See, a lot of people are good at cleaning cars. A lot of people, for me, that's therapy. I can go out and wash a car, and for me, that's therapy.
So let me give you a little bit of feedback. I know a guy who,
Okay.
I have a car, and I was on Mercedes. I was on just my feed on Facebook, and a guy says he details cars for $150, outside and inside. I'm like, man, come on over. He comes to my house, does it. I give him $150. You know what? He didn't start a business. He didn't even register a business. I just gave him cash, and it was great. Wow, I see what you're saying, Don.
Okay, but
Can it really be that easy? If you're a cleaner or a cook or
it's
doing hard?
listen.
Wow.
Listen to me. See, once again, you're gonna have to be creative about what you're doing. If you really want to do it, you have to be creative about what you're doing. Now, one thing I noticed that when the world was shut down, the one thing that didn't shut down was construction. You know how many women, especially some of them Latino women, started cooking in their cars and running around lunchtime to these construction sites? And some of them had on them tight shorts and they breast pumped up, and them jokers was standing in line for their food. And then the next thing you know, they got a truck because they started selling out their car. See, they passionate. Find out what you're passionate about, man. That's where your money is. Because, see, you can do that all day long, whether you get paid or not. You're going to still be passionate about it. That's how folk know when you're real. See, when you can be...
So what you're telling me, Don, is if I'm passionate about working on cleaning people's cars, man, all I have to do is put ads in Facebook and Craigslist and all these other places.
Oh, and you ain't... See, now listen to me. You ain't got to do that.
Oh,
Let me tell you what you do. See, if you're passionate about something, here's what you got to do. You want to get some business? If you wash cars, you want to get some business? Let me tell you how you get you some business. Go somewhere, wash somebody's car for free. Don't touch the inside. Just go and do the exterior of the car for free. Shit, you got some business.
wow. And what's going to happen? Does anybody in the audience know what will happen when you do that for free? What do you think the next thing is going to happen?
Can you do this again?
Uh-huh. And he's going to do what? He's going to talk to his friends at work?
And friends gonna tell the same thing. What? Can you do that for me too?
Yep.
That's what's gonna happen. See,
Don, I did that with my washing machine guy. My washing machine went down one night, and he came over at 10 o'clock at night, didn't charge me the fee. I saw him on Facebook, and, I was like, man, thank you. So thank you. Charged me $120, didn't try to hit me for, a ton of money, and fixed it, and my stress was gone. Wow.
and see, and this is what you got to do, man. See, sometimes you're gonna have to bend a little when you starting out so that you can get known. Sometimes you're gonna have to give a little when you're trying to get known. Ain't like it ain't gonna come back to you. See, this is why you can't be upset. Because when you do something for somebody, it's gonna come back to you. It's coming back to you. Whether you realize it or not, it's gonna come back to you. And if you're trying to get started, man, show somebody what you can do. If you can cook, find a church that you know about. If you ain't in a church, find a church and say, Pastor, man, this is what I do. Can I cook you a meal? This is my business. See, you got to start catering to people that have connection with other people. See, ain't no sense in you giving something to somebody that can't promote you. Don't be foolish. Don't be stupid. Help somebody that can promote you.
And see, Don, I think that gets back to what you said yesterday. Don't tell me who you know, and I want you guys to write this down. Don't tell me who you know. Tell me who knows you.
And who knows you.
Right?
That's
So
right.
if you take care of somebody's car, are they going to go tell somebody else? You might have to, get some business cards or whatever, but you know what? Wow. Tell me who knows you. And they'll say, yeah, if you want your car cleaned, Rob, just call up this guy. He'll be over there. Man, in a second, if I had somebody like that tell me versus me having to go hunt through the internet trying to find somebody that, that I'm not sure if they're going to do it, man, it's a done deal.
And see, that's another thing. I'm glad you said that, Rob. That's another thing. If you got an idea, don't be too cheap not to get you some business cards. Don't be, see, because what's the one thing, whether people use them or not, folk, they look at you differently when you can whip out a business card to them. See, they might not even look at your card, but they got respect for you. Because at least you got a business card. And that's the one thing. Oh, can you write my number down? Hell no, I ain't going to write your number down. That's trifling. See, these are some of the sacrifices, man, that you're going to have to set your vices aside. That bottle of vodka that you might like, you're going to have to set that aside and take that money and go get you some business cards. See, because even when you ain't working, you can always hand a business card out. And see, this is one thing about business cards. You don't know where they'll end up.
Just like we don't know who's listening right now, Don.
We don't know who's listening. We don't know. And see, and that's one thing. Listen, and I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you the clean version of it. That's one thing my grandmama used to tell me. Baby, when you know they're looking at you, give them something to see. And see, and this is where a lot of people fall short. When folk are looking at them, that's when they act stupid. That's when they do something dumb. When somebody looking at them, see, when somebody looking at you, that's when you want to be at your best. Because if they're gonna talk about you, they're gonna have to. And see, here's the thing. See, 9 times out of 10, when somebody talk about you, they're gonna always try to discredit you. But when you putting your best foot forward, see what somebody else said about you that wasn't true. When that person looking, say, man, I ain't see that. I didn't see what you saw. I didn't see that. I saw a different person. Cause you're gonna always give them something to see. That's all you got to do, man. Be at your best at all times. Cause you never know who's watching. And sometimes, man, you ain't gonna feel like being at your best. Sometimes you ain't gonna feel like being in your brand. You know how many times? See, and let me tell you, this is why I love about having a uniform. Man, people that go live every day, I know they catch hell with their wardrobes. When you go live every day and you got to have a different wardrobe on, people catch hell with that. But with me, I'm always the same, black and white. I'm always simple, black and white. I got some shirts right now that I got to wash and starch. I do my own shirts. See, because I know how I want them. So I do them myself. And see, and that's another thing. See, a lot of things that you want and need, a lot of services, man, you're going to have to learn how to do them for yourself until you can get to a position where you can pay somebody else to do them. But you can't be discouraged because you got to do it for yourself. I hope I'm making sense to somebody.
Well, let's find out something, Don.
Okay.
We have people in the room, guys. You have an opportunity right now to be helped, be assisted by some people that are really kind of smart. Myself and Don, and we don't say that we're we are the best. There is. If you have an issue, put your questions in the chat. And let's see if we can help you, guys. Just what questions do you have that the Truth Conductor can help you with? Maybe I can help you in a little advanced way. What's going on in your life right now?
And see, Rob, you ain't gonna generate no wealth working for nobody else. Let me say that again.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna generate no wealth working for somebody else. So if you really want to generate wealth, man, you're gonna have to work for yourself. You're going to be your own boss.
Well, so far, Don, you give me 3 ideas. Being a person that cleans houses, makes them sparkle. There's a lot of people that need that right now because there's no.
There are a lot of people. See, and depending upon where, here's another good example. You got some people that are great with dogs.
Oh, yeah.
There's a business right there all by itself. A dog walker. See, you can't be. Oh, thank you. And see, listen to me, man. Listen to me. You can't be embarrassed about working for yourself. I don't care what that job is. That job could be scooping up poop. If you're doing it for yourself, you ain't got nothing to be ashamed of. You can go around and scoop up horse shit. As long as you're doing it for yourself, you ain't got nothing to be ashamed of.
And there's one thing we want to mention also. You guys are seeing Don right now after at least 3 years of building his brand. This is not about building a business. This is about building a brand. And I told y'all yesterday, I said, go type in Truth Conductor then go to the video section, or then go to
Images.
the pictures, and
Yeah.
you're going to see him all over the world. Now, you know what? I have probably 10,000 photos of me, but you know what? I don't have as many worldwide pictures as Don. He's got something there. You know, I was watching. I was looking at something last night, Don, and I saw you being interviewed about the Murdoch trial, where they asked you your opinion, right? About what you thought about it, and you were right there in the middle of the camera. And I'm thinking, you know what? I got to rethink all this stuff because get a domain name. Yeah, you know what? I got to think about this because you know what? He's playing this smart because if something goes down, he's right there and they're ready to talk and he's ready to shoot bullet points at him, and they know that.
And see,
Wow.
see, depending upon where you are, I just happen to notice that, especially in the D.C., Maryland, and Virginia area, a lot of people have animals, and that means there are a lot of needs. If you're good with animals, why don't you try to focus on a business that you can make money off people with animals? You see, it's just that simple. You got some some people that areas are booming now. And see, and this is what I want y'all to. A successful person is the one that can keep other people lazy. Let me say that again.
Yeah, say that again. What you mean? Help me understand that, please.
The successful person is the one that can keep somebody else lazy. What do you mean, true conductor? When you keep somebody lazy, they can depend on you. See, that's when you keep them lazy. When everything they need, they come to you. Because that's how good you are. See, you want to keep people lazy so they ain't got to do no work. So they can depend on you. You see, that's how you keep people lazy, when they can depend on you. And see, and when they depend on you, you got to be a person of your word. You got to be a person of integrity. And you have to be accountable when people can depend on you. And see, that's how you keep them lazy. Keep them lazy, man. So they don't want to do no research. Everything they need, they're going to come to you. See, I told you, it ain't who you know. It's who knows you. And the one way you get people to know you, keep them lazy. So they got to depend on you. See, most folk don't even think about it like that. But you got to keep them lazy. Because what is the one thing most people trying to avoid? Work. That's the one thing people trying to avoid. It's work. So if you a worker, shoot, you go. Because that's what everybody trying to avoid. Work.
I've got a comment about that, Don. The government office of the people that handle the statistics came out yesterday and said people between 25 men between 25 and 54 are not even looking for jobs. So when they have the job numbers come in, they're not even looking for jobs anymore. They're not even being counted. They gave up. Wow, think of that, Don.
And there's some needs. There are some needs. Okay? There's some needs right there. There's some needs right there. You know, so if you know you got that many men that is not. Let me show you. Let me show you something. Listen to me. So if you know that is that many men that's not even looking for jobs, they still got some needs themselves. So now maybe I can get a portable barbershop I can get a van and get me and fix it up and have me a portable barbershop. And see now, I can go and sit my van in front of the laundromat or some of the other places or the grocery store where people got to shop, and I come to you and cut your hair. You ain't got to come to me.
You know what? You're getting really close to something that I want to ask you about.
Okay.
Every day you go to the front of the White House. What could you do? This is interesting because I think we just said something. What could you do? Because you're already there. You have the space. You have the branding. What could you do to have that one little it that you only have to do a few a day? You can't cut hair.
Well. See,
what do you think?
see. Here's the deal with sitting in front of the White House. See, every day I'm in front of the White House, I have a different person from the same country that's still sending my message back. See, that's the advantage that I have in front of the White House. See, I still, every day, my message is being beamed back to other countries by a different person. So it's just a matter of what message is gonna catch, who is it gonna get somebody's attention, and that's all you got to do, man. You have to be consistent, and that's what and it took me a while to understand what I was doing. When I first went there, I didn't understand that. But see, now I understand. Every day I touch the world. Every day I go there, I touch the world.
Say that again. Every day. Go ahead.
Yeah, every day. Every day I go there, I touch the world. Every day I touch the world. And the world might not respond to me. But what I do know is they can't unsee that sign. See, that's what I know. That's why I go out every day. Because I know once somebody see that sign, they can't unsee it.
Wow.
Okay? So that's the method to my madness.
And I guess the question is what you're doing working? Well, obviously it is, because the pictures I saw with that sign.
It's all over the world.
Worldwide.
It's all over the world, man. See, people, and not only is it all over the world, see, people are going to be surprised at the number of different folk that got photos of me. See, the only reason those photos haven't been revealed, man, I ain't broke through yet. Let me break through, become a rags to riches story. Man, you'll be surprised at how many different photos people are going to start popping up with me in them. And a lot of them is media. They got a lot of photos of me. I know they do. I know they do. And see, that's another thing, man. When you step out here and talk about being an entrepreneur and working for yourself, you can't be scared. You can't have no fear, man.
No question.
And see, and let me give you an example. Thank you. Let me give you this example. And even when you get a stumbling block, you're going to have to be creative about how you deal with that. What do you mean, true conductor? Take my mask. So even though I have a dental problem, I didn't let that stop me. What'd I do? Put a mask on. See, I put a mask on. Now I still can talk.
Truth conductor, I just had an idea, and I want to run this by you. And tell me, just hit me. I might not say it right. If you go to Walmart, right, you say, if you need something, ask me. What if you were to adjust your sign and or put on a vest that says, ask me about our tours? Whoa. So then let's talk about that for a second. You're out there, and all of a sudden people are seeing you. Hey, tell me about your tours. Wouldn't that amplify the conversation to put money in your pocket? Oh
Well,
my!
no. Well, see, Rob, you got to remember that going on in the country, and that anti woke movement is against helping anybody black succeed. See, that's why they call it
That,
anti
that might
woke.
be that might be true, but you're delivering something to people that there are black people and people that are not
But
just
but
white.
but
The
you
White
but you
House
got
gone.
to but you have to realize though, we all are conditioned. See, we all are subconsciously we conditioned. And you have people that are subconsciously conditioned to not trust each other, conditioned to not like each other, conditioned to hate each other. See, that's baked into the cake, Rob. That's baked into the cake, man.
So what's wrong with my idea of saying, ask me about, ask
Well,
me
well,
about.
see, now, let me show you something.
Mhm.
Let me show you something. See, if you Google DC Black Tours and put it on images, you'll see just as many photos as you would that you would see with True Conductor. See, I didn't just come out. I started with my Black History Tour website. And if you think I'm joking, Google DC Black Tours and just put it on images and
And
see what you see.
let me tell you something else. I just did this. I just wanted to see because I know we've talked for the past couple of days now officially on broadcast, and I typed in Truth Conductor and then my name Robert and my name Paizola. Truth Conductor space Robert, Truth space Conductor space Robert space Paizola. Holy cow, guys! Look at that. So, what happened yesterday has already gone around the world and circled, and there's pictures of Don right there with the Secret Service, and I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to see. You have to look at it yourself. Just type it in, guys. This is what happened in one day of doing things the way we do it. Okay? I've interviewed Don 3 times, and I piled those yesterday. In other words, I sent them out in our syndicator, and we syndicated throughout the country, 38 different countries yesterday. And this is the result I'm just noticing right now. You noticed yesterday, Don,
But,
you
but
saw.
yeah, I saw that.
I promoted you on Twitter. Did you remember that? You see
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I saw that.
That
But
went all over the world, man. And you know that you know what that people need to understand. It's not just about having a business. It's about having maybe show me who your friends are. Having a friend, just have them. Don didn't call me and say, Rob, I need some advice. And I need some money or whatever. No, I just did it to help because I want to. But look what the results are. Because I'm looking at them right now. Wow.
but see, this is what I'm trying to, and see, when people tell me you clout chasing, man, in fact,
What is that? What does that mean? I don't
that
know.
means you're trying to get attention. You're trying to be relevant when you clout
Oh,
chasing.
wow. Okay.
See, and see, and just to go to show you, so now I done told you about Truth Conductor. I done told you about DC Black Tours. Now Google my name, Don Don
Yep.
Folden, and put it on images and see.
Wow.
See, there's 3 different entities that I've shown you: my name, my business, and my brand. I'm all over the internet. I'm all over the internet, man. I'm all over. Okay. So again, it ain't who you know, man. It's who knows you.
Don, this is something it's kind of going to interrupt our flow, but I want to tell you, Mr. Pork made a comment, and it goes to Don. I have to be honest with you, Don. I haven't talked to my uncle in 12 years because of disagreements. Your messages have encouraged me to call him, and we have been talking ever since. Whoa.
Wow.
That's not clout chasing, man. That's saying, holy crap, Don, you Mr. Full, I don't care what you want to call you, whatever you, truth connector, whatever it is, that's a major impact on someone's life, my brother.
It is.
What do you have to say about that? That's
If we can just get families, man,
Ooh.
to start talking again, we can change this overnight. If we can just get families to start talking, the world would be a better place overnight. And that's what we need to do.
By the way, hey, Pork, I see what you're saying about you and Neo. Let me tell you something. I watched every one of those videos, and you know what? I'm in business, right? Don, the people that are going to help Don or the people that are going to work with Don are business people or people that are smart. They're just going to look at that. I mean, look, nobody's going to take any of that serious. Now, as Don told you, if you're going to be successful, there's going to be people out there throwing wrenches at you, trying to nail you, or do whatever. Man, you don't pay attention to that stuff. You don't pay attention. So, you know what? It doesn't matter. Even when you see that Neo guy and you see the stupid stuff they talk about, just listen to how. Are you getting the same value out of those conversations that you're getting out of, like, these conversations?
And here's a man, and he dying of cancer.
Yeah.
He dying of cancer.
But we're not talking bad about him. We're just
No. I'm just saying. See,
irrelevant for what we're doing.
When you have people that do that kind of stuff, that specialize in that you can't tell them, man. Look at what's coming back. Look at what's coming back.
Yeah. And the thing is, most people, Don, they're not even going to listen to it. They're not even going to care about it.
Yeah,
you know?
and again, I'm not perfect, but
Neither am I.
look at if you look at all of the people that come in here, I might have one or two, man, that the same ones that are coming here with their negativity, and that's it. If I was a negative person, how come I couldn't be drawing all of these? You know, why everybody ain't taking shots at me? If I was a bad person. Why everybody ain't taking a shot at me?
I think I know the answer. Because you have so much value to give. There's no shot they can take that is going to outweigh the value you bring to their life.
And see, Rob, and let me say this, and let me say, see, you don't have to remember the truth. Let me say that again. You don't have to worry about remembering the truth. When you walk in your truth, you can have an open, honest conversation because you're going to say what you mean and you're going to mean what you say. It's just that simple. And see, we got so many people out here saying one thing and they mean something totally different. You see? And it's causing nothing but confusion among us. That's all it's causing is confusion and distrust. This is why we don't want to trust each other, because we can't believe what a person is saying. We don't want to accept it as truth. You see, you it's like, somebody come in, well, how you staying in a hotel room? Day by day. That's how I'm staying in here, day by day. And I ain't ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of it, because I could be in my car. But at least every day, I got a shot to be in here, and I take advantage of it. Just that simple.
I have a way of reading things. My feeling is there's only like a couple people in the room that are getting what we're saying, and we're teaching you and showing you things that can change your life, guys.
But see, Rob.
Help me understand, what are we doing wrong? Maybe you need to tell us, because maybe we're going down the wrong path.
Well, see, Rob, this conversation might be for a replay viewer.
Oh, you know it is. Oh, I guarantee you.
You see what I'm saying? See, this is what I be trying to. This is one of the things I be trying to tell people. Because at the moment, You might not be getting the response that you're getting. That's fine. This conversation might be just for a replay viewer that'll step up and start listening and to say, damn, I didn't know that.
So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to tell you guys who I am. I'm going to let Don tell you who he is and how to contact us. Because for those of you that are around the world, if you want to contact me, simply use the U.S. area code, use the U.S. code, and then dial 702-219-3624. Guys, my name is Robert Paizola, and I am the CEO and president of Western Capital International and WCIBank.com. We own a bank, we own a financial management company, and I have been a professional speaker, trainer, lecturer, and university professor for many, many years, going back 17 years. We are here to assist you if you're ready to make changes in your life. We deal with people who have issues, no matter how bad it is. If you're a CEO right now and you have millions of dollars you're losing right now because of the access to the economy for the banks in California, guys, I'm here to help you. So I'm going to tell you right now, my email is Robert, ROBERT, at WCILaw.com.
And let me tell you something.
A lot of our replayers. Now, Don,
Let me say something. Let me say something, Rob. Let me say something, Rob.
Yep.
See, this is the guy that's going to get me on that circuit. This is the guy that's going to get me on that circuit.
Because you know that, oh my God, Don, I never even talked.
Okay? No, I'm telling you, man. Now listen to me. See,
have I ever talked to you about that yet?
No. But see, I'm trying to tell people this is the man that's going to introduce me to another circuit. See, that's why, again, you have to be careful how you entertain people. Because you never know, man, when you might be entertaining a person that's going to take you to your next level. And see, this guy right here is the one that's going to get me on the speaking circuit. I'm telling you. See, listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. Everything has a starting point. Listen to what I just said. Everything has a starting point. Everything got a starting point. And this could be the starting point. Motivational speaking. Just that simple. It's got to start somewhere. And see, and that's the one thing we don't pay attention to. What we're going through and what we're dealing with. But all of your ideas are going to have to start somewhere. They're going to have a starting point. I don't care what idea you start with. Man, it's going to have a point where it's going to start. Everything. Wait a minute, Rob. Everything in life has a starting point. Whether it's good or it's bad, it's got a starting point. Okay? Give you an example. We had this young boy played for the Redskins down in Virginia. Number 21. Got killed. Somebody tried to rob his house. You know what the starting point of that was? He got injured. That injury he got on the field caused him to be at home. And his sister had a birthday party, and he gave her a lot of money. And they came in there and they robbed him. They shot him in his leg, and he bled to death. I got his name on the tip of my tongue, but I know his number was number 21 with the Washington Redskins. They just had a little bullshit program for him. But see, everything. See, when he got that injury on the field, he didn't think, man, this is going to be the starting point of me getting killed. You see, everything has a starting point, and we don't, and that's what we don't pay attention to. The starting points of stuff, man. We don't pay attention to that. We ignore that. We totally ignored it. I saw where this billionaire, man, just bought a new yacht. Brand new spanking yacht. His family is out on the yacht, and his son girlfriend fell over the side, and the son tried to catch her, and he fell over the side and got hit by one of the propellers and killed. Do you think when that man bought that boat that he said, man, this is the boat that's going to kill my son? He didn't think about that. Thank you, John. Man, thank you for your support too, man. Thank you for your support, John. Thank you, brother. But see, this is all I'm trying to tell y'all, man. See, rather than you don't know. We don't know what this hotel room, what starting point this could be. See, and rather somebody looking at this as a disaster, looking at this as something to be, man, this could be a starting point. Right, this hotel room could be a starting point. Right here, right now, man. See, we don't know. And that's why you got to walk in your integrity. Okay? Rob, that's all I got, man.
But you man, all I can say is that it's magical. The information that you're passing out today, Don, is so essential. And guys, we're in a difficult economy. Don, for the people that are listening, and I know that I'm going to have you retitle this room, but for those that are listening, would you just tell us how they can contact you, what your website is, and then what your Cash App is? So if they feel inclined to help you, I'll tell you my Cash App, guys. Mine is $Western Capital. So if you're listening to this sometime and you're like, wow, man, I got a lot of value out of this, you know what? I will notice, and you know what? I'll be so willing to assist you.
Well, matter of fact, here, let me put my sign in there.
There you go.
So you can see what it is. Okay, I'm gonna put mine in.
Yeah, and the good news is that you never know who's going to see this, guys. And I'm telling you guys, I've told you this before to the people that are in here. I got sponsored by Mercedes-Benz. Do you guys realize how hard that is? I am sponsored by Mercedes-Benz every time I go live. Every time you guys type up, you guys go in there, Cash App, Truth Conductor. It's $.
Yeah, there's my Cash App right there.
ERUTH Conductor. So if you
yeah, that's my Cash App right there.
You're in Europe or in Asia or in wherever we're at, in Africa, wherever we're at, if you're in a church and you see us as being able to help your people and show them the way to be able to have financial prosperity, you know what? You've hit the jackpot today, and there it is. So I'm going to put my Cash App in here. Why not, right? Because we're all here to help each other. I'm actually in Ohio. Oh, that's awesome. I lived in Ohio, buddy. That's what's awesome, man. Because we're all here to assist each other, and God only knows the people we're talking to and the lives that we're changing, And if analytics or anything, yesterday's broadcast was way, way, way above our norm, right? Because we went above and beyond. Even after all you guys left, we went way above and beyond myself. And there's mine, $. Guys, we love you. That's why we're here. That's why we keep coming back, man. We're not here. We're not really asking for anything. All we want to do is know what we can do to assist you, to help you, and to put you on the right lane to success, man. Yeah, we know there's black on black crime. We know there's a lot of racial hatred. We know there's people not talking. But you know what? The number one thing we need to do is talk about it. And then once we talk about it, we move on to the solutions. The solutions. And that's what Don's doing every day when he goes down to the front of the White House and you see pictures.
That's it, man. And like I told you, you can Google my name, you can Google my business, and you can Google my brand. And all three of them will come up with different photos.
I told you I'm jealous as hell of the brand, Don, because
You know, I mean, and see,
why you got worldwide stuff going on there on that brand, man.
well,
I love it. I love it.
but see, Rob, here's the thing. Here's the thing. When you going through the process to build your brand, to establish your brand, you might not see the rewards in the beginning of that
Yep.
because you're trying to establish yourself. Okay? That's what you're trying to do. So you can't be upset and you can't be discouraged. And it's gonna discourage you sometime, man, because you're gonna have needs. See, you're gonna have some wants that you might not be able to satisfy because you ain't got the money. And sometimes you're gonna second guess yourself, man, because you ain't got the money. Okay? Because you don't have the money. And see, um, are you in Columbus, Ohio?
When I was growing up, Don, I grew up in Ohio, there, buddy.
Man,
And
my grandson started out at Ohio State University.
yeah, I lived at 364 West Lane Avenue, right there on campus of Ohio State University, and then I went back and I've done some talks at Ohio State.
And Rob, there are 5 markers dedicated to the Underground Railroad
Oh, I remember this story.
on the campus of The Ohio State University.
That's right. Boy, that's a great story.
Yeah, there are 5 markers, man, that's dedicated to the Underground Railroad on the campus of The Ohio State University. You know? And I was surprised that my grandson is like, Granddaddy, we got to find all 5 of these, and we found them too. Okay?
Okay, we have a question. I just have to answer this. Okay. Oh, so if you owed that motel, you can have your own cooking, cleaning. If you owned that motel or owned it, you can have your own cooking, cleaning, and put your tour people in the motel all in one. Yeah, you know what? That's a great idea. Absolutely. So
Well,
let's say
I mean, well, okay.
and absolutely.
So let me tell you why I would frown on that idea.
Okay.
I would frown on that idea because that is some more added responsibility. They're gonna book my tour anyway, regardless of what hotel they stay in.
Don, what website do they need to go to book your tour?
DC Black Tours. Let me put that in there.
Yeah, DC
Let,
Black.
let me
Tour.
let me put that in there. Hold on a second. Let me
And
put
what,
that in.
I'll tell you this, I was talking to Don last night. It was a little bit before we went to bed. And Don has a program where, say you're not in D.C., if you want to go to D.C. Black Tours and book a couple tours for somebody else as a way to pay it forward, he can help you with that. And all you got to do is go ahead and book the tour, and then somebody else will be blessed with your money and being able to do that. And we get asked that almost every day.
So there's my website right there. Okay.
Hey, Rob, I'm going to give you a call sometime to say hi, probably tomorrow sometime. Oh, that's awesome.
All right.
That's awesome.
So listen, y'all.
Talk about progress, Don. Man, yes, put all your info so people can help you. Well, you know what? Thank you. Because you know what? We don't know. It's not like when I'm doing a seminar. I've done seminars in like Los Angeles in front of like 10,000 people. And you can tell when you're talking to 10,000 people if they're getting you. But sometimes when you're talking to a group like this, it's hard to tell whether they're following you or not. And a lot of people are taking notes and recording it and thinking about everything they're doing, and they're going to put it into practice tomorrow. They're just not typing it in the chat. So thank you. And we appreciate that. Now, guys, Don, all at the bottom here, let me, since this is being transcribed, if you want to send Don a PayPal, right? It's DH Folden, FOLDEN, at yahoo.com. That's his PayPal. And if you want to send somebody on Venmo, Truth Conductor, TruthConductor.
I'm liking this guy, y'all. I'm liking this guy. I'm liking this guy.
There's a reason why I do what I do.
I'm liking this guy right here. I really am. I'm liking this guy, man. I don't, seriously, I'm liking this guy. I'm liking this. I mean, listen, y'all. Listen to me. I don't mind helping people. I don't have a hang up with that. I don't have a hang up giving to people. People don't have to ask me for, for help. That's why a lot of times I get on here and I'll go all day. All right? I'll go all day, man, and just give, and give. And sometimes I be frustrated because I don't receive. But that don't stop me from giving. I mean, listen. The reason I'm not in this hotel because I fell down on my luck or I lost my job. I'm in this hotel because people don't want to book no Black History tours.
Now that's the past. I'm going to stop you right there, Don.
Okay. No. Let me show you. I want to show, but I'm going somewhere with that, Rob. See, let me show you. So, because I do have a way out, because I do have some ideas that are streams of income. See, I don't panic because I have a way out. There are a lot of people in this hotel, man. They ain't got no way out. They have no hope. They have no vision. They have no dream. Can you imagine how that feel? When you don't know where the next dollar coming from? And you got to, see that, and see, sometimes adversity can force you to OnlyFans if that's your first option. You don't think, man, that doing something illegal hadn't crossed my mind? I've been in D.C. almost 50 years. So I know some people up in this town. So you don't think I could have had the chance to do something illegal? You don't think I could go sell me some weed if I want to get out of debt? And that's one of the quickest avenues out for a black man is to sell some dope. That's real. You don't think I could have jumped on that bandwagon? I mean, think about it. You don't think I could have jumped on that bandwagon? I know I'm having financial issues. You don't think that temptation came to me? Man, go sell you some weed. Okay? But see,
that's not even a possibility, my friend.
No, but see, this is what I'm trying to tell folks. See, when you don't believe in yourself, see, when you ain't got no confidence in what you're doing, temptation gonna tear your ass up. When you don't believe in you, and you don't believe in what you're doing, man, temptation gonna walk all over you. Gonna walk all over you. Gonna abuse you. Gonna take advantage of you. Because you don't believe in yourself. Well, so that's it.
Yeah, I think what he's saying here, buddy, is it doesn't matter whether it's weed or whatever. It can be anything. I mean, let's just say we can just straight talk about right now the stuff that'll kill you. You know, people are dying every day because of fentanyl.
Fentanyl. Look at that, man. Look how hot fentanyl is.
Fentanyl and xylazine, guys. It's a horse tranquilizer. You know what? People are dying.
You see, and see, that's what I'm trying to say, man. You got all kind of advantages, all kind of opportunities to do illegal stuff. It's right there in front of you. And matter of fact, and in some cases, it's tempting you. Okay?
John Craig just said, you have to be passionate about what you're trying to do. Boy, John, you're right. John, I invite you to replay this conversation and listen to the replays, because you know what?
That's one of my faithful right there. He good.
John, yeah.
John is good. John, he on top of it. He on top of it.
And I'll tell you what, Pork just said this. Hey, Don, I have a sister who is a manager over an apartment complex in D.C., and I'm going to reach out to her for you. Wow.
Well,
wouldn't that be something? Yeah, it's all.
I mean, hey, man, listen. However, see, listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to what I'm finna say real good. This hotel room is a starting point. Okay? This hotel room is a starting point for something. It's some good gonna come out of this. But this is the starting point, man. See, I will always be able to go, man, I started in a hotel room. This is where my life changed. In a hotel room. Okay? So stop looking at your adversity as an end all. Man, could be the beginning. That could be the starting point of when your life gonna turn around. And because people are looking at the adverse situation, they can't see the blessing. That's why it's important. All right? Thank you, John. That's why it's important for you to have the right attitude when you're going through some stuff. Because you can go through it with the wrong attitude.
Let me just say this, Don.
Okay?
Probably somebody listening right now that's literally ready to jump off the bridge. They've tried. But you know what? Because of what you said today, you're changing the way they see things and giving them a new opportunity at life. Thank you. And I'm saying that on behalf of the people that are listening that are in that position right now.
Well, but see, we all gonna be in a position that's uncomfortable one time or another in our life. If you ain't been in a position where you've been uncomfortable, man, count yourself blessed. Let me say that again. If you've never been in a position in your life where you've been uncomfortable, man, count yourself blessed. You are truly blessed. Because we all go through being uncomfortable. We all got some isms in our closet, man. We all got some issues that we dealing with. You know, it's just that simple. I don't know where Game at, man. Gamer might be in jail. Gamer probably went over there and got drunk and got in a fight and they done locked his ass up. That's probably where Gamer probably locked up. Shit. He been over there. True conductor. I was drunk and got into a fight. It wouldn't surprise me, buddy. It wouldn't surprise me if Gamer didn't get drunk and got into a fight and got locked up. You know? So that's where he is, but he'll be back. No.
Luna just said, you know exactly, Don. Some people have never been evicted before and can't even understand what it's like. Wow.
I mean, let me give you an example. California was going through a drought. Look at all the bad weather that's been hitting California lately, all the rain and the snow. You don't think some folk done got flooded out? You don't think it's some people that's done lost everything?
Without insurance, too.
And without insurance. And even if you got insurance, you still gonna have to be inconvenienced. Because if your house is total, shoot, you're gonna be in a hotel for a good year until they get your house fixed, or with some family and friends. And see, and you got some folk that ain't got nowhere to go, man. Man, in fact, it's so bad in California. Not only did it destroy the houses, but you got cars that was destroyed. All they ain't got nothing. They walking. House, car, everything gone. How would you like to be in that position? I mean, seriously, man, think about that. You wake up everything. You started out this morning, life was wonderful. And in a matter of seconds, everything gone. And now you don't know what you homeless. But this morning when you woke up, man, life was swell. And let me say this, man. A lot of times people struggle with this embarrassment. A lot of times people struggle. This is humiliating for some folk, man. That they got to go and live out of a hotel. Some people are humiliated with this, man. And they can't see how blessed they are. They landed in a hotel. And they still complaining about they done got evicted. Okay, so no, man. Don't discount, man. Don't minimize what you're going through, because everything got a starting point. Everything. And see, this is what I want y'all to, if you don't get nothing else out of this conversation tonight, okay? All right? Everything has a starting point, man. Everything in life, good and bad. The bad that's coming into your life got a starting point. The good that's coming into your life got a starting point, man. And that's what we need to start paying attention to. Starting points. All right? That's why you can't be upset about where you are. See, that's why you can't be feeling down about where you are. I mean, what if God is getting ready to bless you? And you talking about you feeling bad because, you've been evicted.
Well, look what John just said. He goes, this is my thing. You're giving knowledge that can really change one's mindset. And it's free. All you got to do is tune in and listen. Whoa, is that true? Tune in and listen.
Yeah, but see, here again.
Mm-hmm.
Most folk operate in a win situation. They don't operate in a win-win. See, that's what you got to realize. Most people just operate in a win situation. And when they operate in that win situation, as long as they get theirs, okay, that's all that matters. See, my needs don't matter. I got plenty of people, man, been listening to me for years, and they never threw me one lifeline. Okay?
Boy, that's changing.
And never threw me one lifeline, man. And faithful. Ain't never threw one lifeline.
Well, Don, I'll tell you, buddy, right now it's 7 o'clock in New York. I've got a radio interview that I'm doing.
Okay, yeah.
Arkansas, and it starts in 6 minutes.
Okay, man.
So,
Man, Rob, thank you, man.
let me just tell you guys what I'm saying. It's all about branding and putting yourself out there. So just like we talked about, guys, just believe in yourself. Believe in what Truth Conductor's saying. We gave you a ton of links. We gave you a lot of information, and you're hearing a lot of stuff that hopefully can help you. And you know what? I'm going to keep coming back. Dom never grabbed my shoe and said, "Hey, you must come in here." I just found out. I just liked y'all. And I liked Don from 3 years ago when we first used to play on Periscope and listen to those girls yell and scream at us all the time. But I love you guys, and I wish you the best, my friends.
All right. Thank you, Rob.
Rob Pizella with Western Capital National. We'll talk to you soon, Don.
Okay, Rob. See you later. All right. See, that's how you do that, man. That's how you do that. Let me put this on airplane mode so my buddy won't call back. I had to put that on airplane mode because, you know, my troll will be calling back. You want to talk? No, I don't want to talk. But that's it, man. Okay. That's what I got. All right. That's all I got, y'all. And I'm going to well, at least I got one more night. Thank you, Luna. Thank you. Man, I'm just I take it a day at a time, man. I take it a day at a time. I don't try to see all the way a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Man, I take it a day at a time. And sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to take it a day at a time. Because that's what you can God diggity dog. Man, can y'all still hear me? See, that's what I'm talking about. Let me block this number. Shit. All right, I tell you what. Here's what we do. Let's just go on and get this conversation over with. Let's just oh, I don't well, I don't do a lot of meat, so all right, y'all, let's get this conversation over with. Let's get this conversation over with. Since you so insistent. All right, so I'm live. So go. Yeah, go ahead. I'm live. So what you want?
I just wanted to say you have to teach people how to treat you. You have to teach them. Right? And adversity goes the door to success. Right? And you're doing where you have the African tabletop and oh, wow. And you have pictures with your sign. Yeah. You got pictures with your sign, and you have to teach people how to treat you. Right?
So tell me something. Tell me something. Exactly what do you want?
Just to teach people how to treat you.
No, but why is it? No, listen to me. What I want to know is, how come you can't call me up in here with your natural voice?
This is my natural voice.
No, that's not your natural voice. That's not your natural voice. How come you can't call with your natural voice? Would I recognize who you are if it was your natural voice? No, that's not a real voice. That's not a real voice. I can tell you. See, I can talk like that too. I know how to talk like that too. See, you ain't the only one that know how to talk like that. I can talk like that too. Now, what the fuck? What the fuck do you want? Why you keep calling me? Why you keep harassing me? And see, the beauty of it is the reason I don't stop it because you gonna fuck around and your real voice gonna come out. Keep on talking. Keep right on talking. You gonna mess up and your real voice gonna come out. That's why I don't have no problem with it.
You say the funny stuff all the time on your channel. I can tell you
How,
everything
how,
you
how,
say before you
so
say it.
so how do you know? How do you know?
Even down with the White House all
So,
the time.
so wait a minute. So hold on a second. Hold on a second. Tell the people how you know I say the same thing all the time. Tell the people how you know that.
Because you play it all the time.
Oh really?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. All right. So I can come to the conclusion that you are one of my favorite. Oh, what the fuck is? What happened? You drop your phone?
No, I'm just
Damn, what's all that noise?
I'm here. Huh?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Oh, you must be recording this shit. That's what that is. Oh, okay. And that's
I'm
good.
not recording.
That's all good. It's all good. Anyway, listen.
You know, I have consent from you to record. If I can't record without consent, I have to have consent.
Lord have mercy. I can't get away from this person, y'all. No. This is a thorn in my side right here. This is this is a thorn in my side. I don't know who this is. I got an idea, but I ain't sure. Okay, but they will call me and leave me. I mean, back to back 20 times and leave me out. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me see. Let me show y'all something. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Let me show y'all something. Listen to this. Let me show you. Let me show you something. I don't know what the hell this is.
We know that SSI check paper done the fuck. You stupid fuck.
Listen to this, y'all. Listen to this. I just got this here. Listen to this voicemail.
Yeah, bitch. Listen, man. You gonna sit the claim, scam you got name. Done the fuck. You stupid.
Them the kind of voicemails I be getting, man. Them the kind of voicemails I be getting. Let's see what this one say.
Dude, seriously, man. You have to be like the lamest bitch I've ever known, man. You're lame.
Listen to this, y'all.
Seriously, man. You be like the lamest bitch I've ever known, man. You're lame.
See? I don't know what the deal is, man. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what the deal is with them. That's what they do. That's what they do. You know? So I think it's interesting that you got people so worried about me getting a job, but they never can come up with an idea how I can boost my tours. But they want me to go get a job. But they can't tell me how to boost my tours. But I need to get a job because I'm begging. You know, because um, I want to be compensated for my intellectual property. You know, because I want to be compensated. I'm begging, and that's unfortunately what you got to deal with. That's the mindset you have to deal with sometimes. All right. So yeah. I'm not worried about them. That's the least of my worry. They're the least of my worry. I just the only thing I strive to do is walk in my integrity. I keep telling y'all, man, I ain't seen my wife in 4 years. I could be fucking out of both legs right now if I want to. If I didn't have that kind of discipline, I could be having a ball, man. But I wouldn't be being fair with my wife if I can't even give her that respect. That I can hold on to my fidelity when she ain't around. See, and that's why I be telling women when I get money, don't keep your panties in your keep them in your pocketbook. Don't throw them at me, cause I'm gonna throw that shit back at you. Uh, this dude. Let's block him. Let's block him. Damn. Damn. You gonna keep man? Man, I got to go. I'll be back.